Yeah. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh wait, hold on. That's way too somber. Hello, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Today is a big day. Humongous day for, I was gonna say unemployed people, but I'm employed technically. A humongous day for Kaelix Debonair specifically. You may know that I have experienced my fair share, maybe more, dare I say more than my fair share of technical difficulties from the moment I debuted, including the debut itself. I've struggled long and I've struggled hard, all by vice of the technology that I cling to. The ancient piece of tech that I purchased like 6 years ago. This PC was outdated the day I bought it. It was under-equipped the day I bought it, but it's all I had for the longest time. And the time has come to take her out back and put an end to it. No, that's so dramatic. No, I'm so thankful that my PC has gotten me this far. She worked so hard. Every stream I put her through I put her through it. I did like diabolical things. I asked diabolical things of this PC. I asked her to do like twice the workload she was designed for every single day. And most days she delivered. I feel like I'm at I feel like I'm delivering an obituary right now. I feel like I'm at a funeral. Like I walk up to the podium, because the person directing is like, is there anyone who'd like to say any last words? And then I walk up to the podium, a la Trixie and Katya, and I say, she ate. Honestly, work. Deliver. 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 Deliver, baby. Deliver. 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 Shut up. Yes. But yeah. So starting tomorrow, I will be departing on a 1-week trip to another state to visit a dear friend of mine who was so kind as to build a dinosaur. Not a dinosaur. A dinosaur implies that it's old. I have a dinosaur right now. I have an old PC. To build a, like, if this current PC is a dinosaur, the one that I'm about to replace, the one that I'm getting, that I'll be bringing home next week, is like a cyborg from the distant future. Like Mach 1 billion, 10,000 years ahead of us. It's so strong. I'm so thankful. So I'll be gone for a week. I'll still be streaming when I'm there. I want to plan for sure at minimum 3 streams. I want to aim for 4 or 5, depending on what it looks like when I'm there. But I will be mostly just touching grass when I'm there. This is also like an opportunity for me to hang out with some friends. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've had my nose to the grindstone for a bit. I've mostly been focused on work, so most of the people that I've hung out with have been here at NIJISANJI, so I'd like to take some time to hang out with some older friends for a bit. Very excited for that. And when I return on, I'll be home like the night of the 5th, morning of the 6th. I will have a like super duper turbo strong, as someone would put it, giga strong PC, and I should be able to play anything I want. I should be able to like run whatever I want. I should be totally cool to like do everything, and I'm really excited for that. So yeah, today is the last stream I'll ever do using this PC, like my old PC. Niji Enchanted, yes! I've been talking a bit behind the scenes with some people about playing it again. So I'm very excited. I can handle Minecraft now. I can play Minecraft with mods on it. Could you believe it? Yeah, I can't even play Minecraft with mods on this PC. It's so rough. And I'll be able, like, the Switch games that I want to play and that I currently play, I'll be able to play them with one monitor. I won't have to do the setup every single time. You're kidding. Or theoretically, I shouldn't have to. I may still need to, but according to my calculations, it should be safe to use on one monitor now, which is really exciting. Yeah, right. It's like Christmas. I'm so excited. So yeah, today I just wanted to hang out for a bit, kind of commemorate the end of this era, and just properly sit down and use my regular office setting. I'm in my home office right now. Or no, I'm at the train station. I'm at the train station right now. Yeah, I just wanted to like hang out with you a bit before I depart. For a bit, yeah. Admittedly, company will actually arrive in like an hour or two, and I will need to, I'll need to usher them in. I'll need to like host my friend for a bit, say hello, give him something to eat maybe. You know what I mean? So I will need to wrap up here in about like an hour and a half or 2 hours, depending on when he arrives. Yeah. So what have you been up to? What is good in your world? As for me, I'm finished with my laundry. I finished it all. My wardrobe is completely flipped, so I have all of my winter clothes in storage under my bed, and I have all my summer clothes out, which means that I'm ready to pack my bag fully now. I packed some of it, but I'll finish packing it tonight before I leave tomorrow morning. So that's pretty cool. Feels nice. Very thankful that I'm finally done with that, because I've been dealing real OGs. If you've been listening like really actively for a minute, but know that I've been handling this for like a week or two now. I've been doing a little laundry every day for like a week or two. Yeah, very excited. Very thankful to have it be cleaned up too, because I'm the type where when I clean my room, I need it to be like completely clean. So rather than just like cleaning up, like if it's a plant, for example, as an analogy, I think the average person would kind of spruce up the leaves, prune it, deal with the weeds around it, clean up the outside. That's not enough for me. I need to completely pull it out from the root and polish the root and then put it back, which means that in order for my room to be clean, I have to make it messy first. So my room has been the messiest it's ever been this last week. It stressed me out so bad. So it feels so good to have it be like completely spick and span, ready for me to like arrive home to a spotless room like a weekish from today. I'm so excited. There's nothing quite like it. Trying to get a license. Exciting! I struggled a lot with that, so I'll be rooting for you. As long as you study and practice when you can, you should be just fine. It works just fine for most people. And if it's really hard, that's okay too. I respect that. I'd be a hypocrite not to. Let's see. Celebrated your birthday? Happy belated birthday. I hope you had a nice time. Just started doing laundry. Best of luck to you. Best of luck to you. It's a good time to flip out your wardrobe if you haven't already, because weather's changing, right? At least not for everywhere, but for a lot of places. Yeah. It's good to only have out the clothes that you'll actually wear. Anything else is kind of unnecessary. So if you have the space to like store things, that's what I recommend doing. Minimalism in some things is really like hopeful and nice. Makes things feel good. Just chilling at home, that's good too. Get some nice rest in. Relaxing after finishing work. Oats. Congratulations on finishing work. Have a nice rest, etc. Oh my goodness, I wanted to mention this. I just remembered this because I was thinking about, because I think my sister is having company over today too, and it might come over around the same time. So that'll be fun. But I remember I saw in my art tag, I wasn't actually looking through my art tag this time around. I haven't caught up for the last few days. I've been letting it pool up so I have something to look at while I'm on the road. But my timeline recommended something from my art tag to me yesterday, and it was this drawing of what someone thought my siblings looked like, and it was so cute. And I shared that with my siblings. Actually, I showed that to them, and they just laughed so hard. They were like, "They think I look like this." They feel like I haven't described them adequately enough. So just to give you like food, I'll still be very vague. I want to protect their privacy. It's very important to me that I protect their privacy. So I'll still keep it mostly vague, but I'll tell you a little bit about each of them. Just for those that Karen are curious, because I love my siblings. I talk about them all the time. So given how often I tell stories that involve them, it makes sense that you have a clearer foundation of who they are, I guess. Just while it's on my mind. So, again, to protect their privacy, I won't name them. I guess I'll just call them by numbers, right? So I could be 1. Kaelix is number 1. I'm the first. I was born first, so I'm the coolest and the strongest and epic, and everybody loves me. Number 2, he's the second. He's my oldest younger brother. That's usually how I refer to it because I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. So I usually say oldest younger or youngest younger, or just youngest overall. And then brother or sister to describe them. So my oldest younger brother, number 2, he is about a year younger than me, like a year and then maybe a month or 2. Like for most of the year, his age is 1 digit less than mine, but for some of the year, it's 2. Just for some of the year, just like for a very small window. I'm 2 years older technically, just because of timing. When it comes to him, he's a total comedian. He's very, very funny. I think he's the funniest person in my entire life among my family and friends. And it's really dangerous. Like he's very like not manipulative, but like malicious in the way he uses it. Like he'll see me on the ground inconsolable. I can't breathe because I'm laughing so hard, and he'll just dig deeper with it because he enjoys it. Like laughter fuels him and it gives him confidence to go further. So he's really, really funny. I think I told the story once of like the running gag I have with a sibling of like pretending to be wizards and casting spells of minor ailments and inconveniences. That's this guy. He's the one that started that. Number 2 is like a total clown. He's a hard worker. He's very stubborn. He's kind of my opposite in a lot of ways. We value pretty different things, but we still get along when it counts. He really loves video games just as much as I do. We grew up playing a lot of games together. Anytime there was a 2-player game, it was for me and number 2. And he's just he's a really good time. I'm trying to think of what else could describe him. I say that I'm the strongest, but I think he's actually stronger than me. He's I don't know, he does a bit more like manual labor than me. He kind of pulls his weight in that way a bit more. I've always been more prone to like the housekeeping type chores. He's the one that will usually go out and do things like mow the lawn or like help me carry furniture and stuff. Collectively, we're both the strongest, but I'm the tallest, so. Like sports? Nah, not really, but he did wrestling once. He's kind of like the stockier type. Yeah. And then number 3 is the oldest younger sister. She's the 3rd child. She is the most unique of all of us, I think. She something I like to share about her that kind of describes her pretty well, or like gets her vibe across, is that she collects bones. She's an avid bone collector. That's been her hobby for several years now. Like there have been several instances where she'll have a bone that she's cleaning or drying out, and I'll see it when I'm not supposed to, and it'll like spook me because I won't realize it's gonna be there. Like she'll like dry out skulls and stuff if she finds them. Never human bones. She doesn't have any human bones naturally, but like just any like reclaimed animal bones, right? She's got jars and collections of them. She's just very into it, and she's into like that kind of category of interests. Like she's also really into tarot and certain forms of spirituality. Really eclectic type, very interesting. She's lots of fun. She has the most contagious laugh of anybody I know. Like she has the kind of laugh where like I can hear it in my head now. When she laughs, her mouth takes up 90% of her face. She's like ha 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 ha. And she's also the only other person in the sibling lineup that dyes her hair like I do. She doesn't dye her hair white though. I should also mention all 5 of us have the same general natural hair color. It's all in that same range. A couple of siblings have darker hair than I do. Yeah, she dyes her hair, but she's the type that dyes it all kinds of colors. Like every few months, if I meet her, it'll be a different color than the last time. Yeah. Or I guess I meet her all the time in between, but you know, every few months, I'll see a different color than before. Like she sometimes will even go as far as to do like 2 different colors, like one on each side. She's done the thing on like just the bangs. She's very stylish. She's kind of like a goth too in her fashion. Like she's always wearing like humongous black boots with buckles all over them, and yeah, she's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Lots of fun. Number 3. Number 4 is the youngest brother. He is and mind you, there's like a year in between each of us. I forgot to mention that. So like number 2 is about a year-ish younger than me. Number 3 is about a year-ish younger than him, so she's about 2-ish younger than me, right? So number 4, he's a year-ish younger than her, so 3-ish younger than me. He is he's a big gamer. Is the best way to describe him. Like of us, he's the biggest gamer of all. He's like think of how much I love Nintendo and video games like that in general, and multiply it by about 1 billion. Like he's a game fanatic. And he's the competitive type too. He's really good at fighting games. Like he's like really big on the competitive scene. He loves like training up and matching, like not matching, but like he's the type to memorize hit boxes and stuff in games like Smash Bros. He's that type. Really good at that. Like exclamation point giga gamer. Exactly. He's a giga gamer. Yeah, he's the one that I play chess with sometimes. He's also very clingy like me. I mentioned this story once. I left to Japan for a little bit. I was only like a few days into the trip, like 2 or 3 days in, and I was gonna come back home very soon. And I got a video from him about how bad he missed me, basically, like a chessboard with an empty chair next to him. Yeah, very funny guy. Of all my siblings, I think number 4 is the one that I get along with the most. Like we have the most in common, and we communicate in the most similar ways. He's still shorter than me, but he's second tallest in the house, I think. Or I guess third tallest, because my mom's almost my height. She's just about as tall as me. She's very tall. But anyway, number 4 is aside from being really into video games, what else does he do? He loves Dungeons and Dragons. He loves like fantasy and like role play and stuff. Yeah. He's growing his hair out pretty long right now. It's like really long actually, but it could just be a phase. I don't know. Who knows what the forever hairstyle for him will look like. He's still growing. And then number 5 is the youngest sister. She's the youngest in the family. She is very kind and very like giving. She's the type that will go out of her way to like do favors and stuff. She'll often like, I always have to like criticize her for this because she doesn't really, she takes it too far. She's like, is there anything you want me to cook for you? Can I cook for you? Like she's very sweet. And I always have to be like, no, let me cook for you. Yeah, she cares a lot about like, I guess she wants to feel useful to others. So she's the type that will really dish out on favors. A couple times during streams in the past, she's actually brought me snacks without asking. Very sweet. Her interest, she's really into, how do I describe this? I think when it comes to like me, I feel like I'm probably the most chronically online of the bunch, but she honestly gives me a run for my money. Like she is true chronically online. She lives on TikTok. She knows every reference before I do. She I think while I get along the most with number 4, I feel like I talk the most with number 5, just because she's the type to like, she'll hang out in open spaces more often. So she'll often be the first one to say hello. Yeah. She also likes video games, but she's much more for like cozy games. And honestly, I could probably get into video games for all five, because I didn't really get into it for a couple. Like number 2, back to like oldest younger brother. He's similar to number 4, youngest brother, in that he also likes Nintendo and fighting games a lot. But he's a like big nostalgist. Even now, he mostly dedicates himself to playing the games that we all played when we were really little. Like he doesn't really move on very much into newer iterations of the same titles. So for example, like rather than playing Smash Ultimate, he'll spend his time playing like Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Like he's much more on that. Big nostalgist. And sometimes he goes into games that were even before our time, like getting into games on like the GameCube and stuff like that, previous consoles as well. Big nostalgist. And then when it comes to number 3, Bone Collector, she it may give an opposite impression. I will say I may have not described her adequately when I talked about like her interests, because I feel like you might get a very prickly impression from her, but she's actually the biggest softie ever. Very kind-hearted, very gentle. She will not play it unless it's a farm sim. That's the only thing she plays. She plays Stardew Valley every day, and maybe one other game every now and then. She's like a total softie. She won't play much else unless it's a party game with the group. She'll play that. And then, like I said, number 4, he'll play just about anything, especially those Dungeons and Dragons, but he's a big Nintendo gamer like me. And loves competitive fighting games as well. Really into like Tekken and stuff. Then number 5, she's also into cozy games, but she'll play just about anything. She loves visual novels as well. I think she loves Danganronpa. She also loves games like Undertale is one of her favorites. She loves Amori. Yeah. And that's the bunch. Then there's my mom, of course. She's about my height. She's very sweet, very hardworking. Does her best to like look out for everybody. And she loves The Legend of Zelda. That's pretty much the only game she plays. Zelda and Animal Crossing. I managed to get her on Animal Crossing last year. Yeah. Yeah, she likes, not even Zelda in general. She used to really love Zelda in general. Specifically, Ocarina of Time was her big game. She would play it with my dad back in the day before I existed. But yeah, she now will just play Breath of the Wild all the time. Yeah, she plays a lot of Breath of the Wild. It's really cute because I can actually like for example, if I'm doing laundry, I can hear her room nearby where I do the laundry. It always makes me happy if I'm going to wash my clothes and then I hear like a plum or just like random Breath of the Wild ambiance. It makes me happy to know that she's playing. My dad, I don't see too much of him these days, but he's also very kind and very, very hardworking. He's a very gentle giant in a way. Not as tall as me, but very, very strong and very, very big. I think if he punched the air, everything would explode. So it's a really good thing that he's very gentle and has not a single aggressive bone in his body. Yeah, he's very like nose to the grindstone even now. Very, very, very like work oriented. Which is one of the reasons I don't see too much of him. But I still love him very much. And that's the that's the household. There are technically more that we see around the house more often. Like there's a cousin who visits really often, and I see a lot of my aunt, but I guess in like a sitcom setting they'd be kind of like side characters. It'd be almost too much. Mom taller than dad? Yes. Like I said, she's about my height. Whereas my dad is about what, like 5'5"? He's a bit short. Or I guess next to me he's short. And it bothers him so bad. He hates it so bad. The moment I started shooting up in my tweens, he was like, oh god, here comes Kaelix. Yeah, I just thought I'd share. I realized I talked about that for a bit long. I get really easily distracted when my family is on the table because they're like most of my life, to be honest with you. But I thought I'd share a little bit just because I saw somebody was thinking about that, and I thought, oh man, I wonder if other people are thinking about this but just don't have enough. Yeah, it made me happy to see that people think about that or like are curious. Again, I don't know if I should say much more than I have because I still want to protect their privacy, but I think the vaguest impression could help maybe anytime they come up in stories. For example, I mentioned just earlier that like my sister is having company over too around the same time as my company. This is the older younger sister, number 3. She's a big social butterfly. She's the type that will like host a lot of gatherings for her friends, and they'll often have it here at our house. Yeah. Now you have context. Yeah, the bone collector. She's really gentle though, I promise. Like she may collect bones, but like she's got mushroom-shaped earrings, and she's just a collector. It's like a hobby of hers. And she has a really sweet reason for it too. She thinks that like she sees it as like a beautiful thing to be able to give purpose to something that's lost its purpose, I guess. Yeah. How do you think they would describe me? All of my siblings? Number 2 would probably describe me as a pain in the neck, just because I said like we don't always get along. Well, I guess we get along, but like we don't always align. For example, I care a lot about things being clean and orderly. He's the furthest opposite. He's a total mess. I'd even go as far as to call him a slob sometimes. And his room is really closely connected with mine, so sometimes there's some bleed into my room, you know what I mean? And so we kind of butt heads over that a lot. We're always able to resolve things and we're able to live amicably, but we're really different when it comes to that. So he'd probably see me as a pain in the neck or like a chore a lot of the time. Or at least that's what I feel like, maybe. Maybe he'd have something nicer to say. I don't know. Number 3 would probably... Thinking about this is tough. What do they think of me? I feel like she'd have sweet things to say about me. I feel like she'd see me as doting, supportive. I don't know. I feel like I stick my neck out sometimes. I try to be a good big brother. And then maybe I should ask them honestly. Obviously, for their privacy, I will never have them on stream. But I could get like a pre-written message from them or something to share maybe. That'd be cute. Yeah, I don't know. I've never asked what they think. That's just not the kind of conversation you have with siblings, I guess. Yeah, I feel like she'd have nice things to say. I think she'd see me as sweet. I think that's the side she sees of me more. I think she tends to see the more patient side, whereas number 2 gets to see the more like impatient side of me that only comes out when I'm tested, because he tests me every day. Number 4 would probably see me as like fun or funny, just because a lot of the time when we talk, it's for a long time. This is mind you, this is the one that we had like I mentioned I had a long talk about Zelda with a brother. This is number 4. We talked about Zelda concepts and like character ideas for another hypothetical game in the timeline that doesn't exist. We have really long talks and we laugh a lot, so he'd probably see me as funny. Then number 5, I feel like she might see me as more hardworking, because I think because she tends to hang out more, like I say open areas, right? By that I mean rather than spending all her time in her bedroom, she usually will just sleep in her room. She tends to hang out between the living room and the kitchen. She kind of owns the house in a way, you know what I mean? That's just where she likes to be. So she sees me more often whenever I'm leaving my room in a rush to like meal prep or to like clean things up really quickly so that I can get back to something. So because of that, she might see more of like the worker in me, I guess. That's my thought. Just like if I tried to put myself in their shoes, but they might have something entirely different to say. I'll ask them sometime. Maybe come back with that in the future. She the one who bakes? Yes. Young number 5. I forgot to mention this when I was getting into like the doting side of her personality. She loves to bake and she's really good at it. She's really good at making like muffins and cakes and stuff. Loves to make desserts. She also sings like I do. Oh, yeah, I never mentioned that either. Like I never clarified which sibling did what musically, because we all do something, right? So I'm trying to like learn as much as I can, just in general. I like to pick up any instrument I can get my hands on, and I love to practice singing. Number 2 is all about guitar. He likes electric guitar the most, so he tends to do more finger style. He loves finger style electric guitar. That was another thing we butt heads over once, because he used to like blast his amp as loud as he could, knowing I was trying to sleep next door. He hates me so bad. He's such a pain in my neck. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm really hamming it up right now, to be honest. Yeah, that's kind of his personality, right? I don't know if that's consistent. Like he's that type. He's very freestyle, easygoing. And then number 3, she plays concert ukulele, and she's more into like chords. She likes to play and sing at the same time. So she's all about that. She'll tend to pick up more songs from like the indie scene. She likes artists like Mitski and similar artists. Loves Rebecca Sugar as well. Number 4, he is he plays acoustic guitar, and he's learning piano right now. But he doesn't do any singing. He doesn't sing. He's very strict about that. I've tried to coax him out of his shell and get him to sing, but he refuses to sing. He'll never sing. He just won't let me have it. So he focuses more on instruments. He's working really hard at it. He's come a long way. He only started a few years back, but he's pretty good at it now. Way better than me at guitar. He's not quite reached me in piano, but I think he'll surpass me like this year easily if he keeps his pace up. I have a piano. Yes, we got our hand. Oh my god, it was such a steal. We got our hands on this pretty nice old one for dirt cheap, like 3 or 4 years ago, and it is my treasure. We keep it in the living room. It's like it's honestly more of a decoration than anything, but I like to play it sometimes when we have company. And then number 5, the youngest. She plays concert ukulele as well, but she's much more into singing. She does a lot of singing. And she's responsible for some of my singing stims, actually. Like anytime I get part of a song stuck in my head, she's partially responsible a lot of the time. For example, she's the one that put me on to listen to me articulate every single word I say, articulating, celebrating, escalating once again. Listen to me articulate. And she also, I got into this one independently at the same time, but she has like doubled down and reinforced it. The big and loud, who will be big and loud. When they fall, they'll really fall. And they're gonna fall big. Yeah. She got me on that one. Well, I guess I got on that one myself, but she reinforced that one and made it last longer. And she'll like rev me up sometimes. Yeah, she's very on the trend, so she'll often sing songs that are really popular. And when it comes to her music taste, I think she's probably got the most well-rounded of us. I mentioned that like number 3 is really into indie artists. Number 5 is really into indie artists. Like I don't even remember the names of a lot of her favorites that show up on her Spotify Wrap. And that's always the gift to get her in particular too. Like everybody else has a gift that they'd like most. She wants a year of Spotify Premium. That's what number 5 wants. She actually uses it and listens to music all the time. Like I mentioned that she's floating between the living room and the kitchen. It's always with earbuds in. She's a big music listener. So she's really into singing, and she's a good singer too. And I think if she keeps at it, she'll be really, really, really good if she wants to be. But more than anything, she's a big, like, tasteful listener, is what I'd say. Yeah. But she's, honestly, I'd say she's among the best singers in the family. Yeah. My mom also plays guitar and piano. She started more with piano, but she started playing guitar at the same time as me, actually. She started learning with me. We learned together for a couple years when I was really little. I say really little, not really little. More like when I was a tween, I think. Yeah, it was when I was a tween. I remember now. when I was like 12 or 13, we started learning guitar together, and she kept it up. But she's more into chords. While my brothers both are into like finger style guitar, number 2 into like electric, and then number 4 into acoustic. She's into acoustic chords. She's like number 3. My mom likes to sing while playing. All musicians. My dad is all vocals. All vocals. There was a time when he was way stronger than me too. He was that real like soulful type. Really, really good singer. He doesn't really sing anymore though. But every now and then he'll like whip something out as a joke. Yeah. I'm gonna have a sip of my invisible tea. Yeah, I love my family. Lots of cool people. And that's just the immediate family. There are lots of especially cool people in the extended edition as well. Are they watching VTubers? When it comes to this line of work, they know what I do. I've asked them not to watch. They still do sometimes. My mom is more recently like especially invested, just because she started to like understand it a bit more. Yeah, it's more like something they make fun of me for every now and then at this point. Especially number 5. She'll be like, I saw the most embarrassing TikTok of you ever. And I'm like, I don't want to know. Oh, it's so bad. She'll be like, why are you begging people for things? I feel like, it's a joke, please. You have to understand. It's so funny. It's so funny. Or she'll be like, who's this Zielgin Joker guy? Yeah, they see. They see sometimes. Number 5 more than the rest, to be honest. That's just the kind of personality she has. If you ever wonder what they think, or like if they know and they think, but they respect it a lot as well. They understand, and they're very like accommodating and very patient. There are times when our schedules actually collide, but they're always willing to like to negotiate with me to find a middle ground. So I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful for that. Guy that sang a song for you on TikTok. Are you talking about Birthday King Vice 45? I know. I saw it. It was pretty good. He's like, Kaelix Debonair. It cracked me up so bad. Who asked for that? That guy's been striking all of EN one liver at a time. That's so goofy. It's so goofy. For those who are out of the loop, there's this guy on TikTok called Birthday King Vice 45, and he sings the same song for anybody who asks for it. Like, can you say happy birthday to so-and-so? And he'll sing the song, but he'll replace the name with so-and-so, right? And he's been asked to do so many Ian livers. He sang my name. He sang Vanta's. I saw that one. I think he got Wilson as well. I figure he's probably gotten all the livers since I last checked. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. But this guy does like 1 billion a day. This guy does 1 billion a day. Yeah, for real, working overtime. They're putting this guy to work. Has a name. Kaelix Debonair. Yeah, I respect this hustle. Yeah, that's his brand. It's one of those. It makes me think of this one guy. Do you remember Thomas Sanders? Does he still do that? I remember back in the ancient era, like Neolithic internet era for me. There was this guy called Thomas who would he would write birthday songs for common names, like Sandra or Michael or like all these names, right? Just really like typical names you'd expect in like English speaking communities. But he'd write a unique song every time. I don't remember any of them. Unfortunately, I don't think I ever got one. I was always listening for a Kaelix, but I never got it. Maybe someday. But is he still doing that? I know he's still active as a content creator, but is he still doing birthday songs? I wonder. He was always a really good singer though. Like classic theater kid, choir kid, content creator. In the same territory as like Paint. You know Paint? You remember Paint? Same era. No more birthday songs? I see. Maybe he'll bring one back just for Kaelix. Can I get a Kaelix? No, I don't need him to know that I exist. It's okay. Yeah, John Cozart, that was his name. I was into him at the same time too. You've been online for centuries? I know, right? Like that's a bajillion years ago. I only barely remember it. No. Please do not make any problems for Thomas Sanders. Please do not mention me in his space. Please. Just in general. Whenever I say something like that, that is not me asking for it. I did not want to cause any trouble for anybody. That would make the Debonairs look really annoying. That's not what I'm going for. This is more like me sending it out into the universe rather than me like issuing an order or a request even. Yeah, just to be clear. Yeah, I think people like that are really cool. Like music content creators. I think it can be very difficult to gamify music in a way that is appealing to content creation. So I have a lot of respect for people that make it work. We're annoying, but we behave. I wouldn't say you're annoying. I don't think you're annoying at all. I think you're a great time, and I think you're very mindful, and anytime I set a boundary, you're always very respectful of it. So annoying is the last word I would use. Except for sometimes. Yeah, maybe you are annoying sometimes. No, I'm just kidding. I think it's more like a running joke sometimes. And it's mutual, right? I can never say what you want to hear, can I? Oh my god, I was cracking up so hard over the Twitter interaction recently on the post about Seonyeon. Where like Sable threatened to eat Debonairs. But I honed in on the first sentence. I promise I read the whole thing. I was just being a comedian, okay? I was just being funny. Did I make you laugh? Don't worry, I'll keep you safe from the likes of him. He doesn't mean it. He won't hurt a fly. I don't even need to keep you safe. Unfortunately, really funny. I know that's right. Then I succeeded and you can't make fun of me for it. I win. Integrity will always take a backseat to comedy on Twitter. Specifically said he would hurt a fly, but not this fly. He doesn't mean it. He was just trying to, I think he was just trying to get, he has this game where he wants me to be unsay-so so bad that he'll almost bait me into saying unsay-so things. He wants me to commit the act of fan service so bad. What he was doing, I believe, I can't verify his intentions because I haven't asked him, but my understanding is that he was giving me an opportunity to provide fan service to you specifically, and I chose not to because I'm annoying. Give an example. I mean, even in our last collab, he said it outright. Like he tried to get me to say like who's a good boy. He was trying to get me to do that. That's like his game. He wants me to be unsay so. Or like when in my most recent members only stream, if you're not a member, what you missed is that it was actually a very normal stream where I just talked about normal things, mundane things like laundry and work the whole time. But I made a special request in between the stream to talk on Twitter like I was doing the most profane, disgusting things imaginable on that stream. And so Twitter thought that I went unsay so. And it reached him and he was celebrating. He was like, finally, you've come to the dark side. I lied. I didn't tell a single lie. I told the truth. As far as what I said. The others, however, we could say it was a misrepresentation of the truth. Yeah, it's not lying, it's acting. It's acting. I'm just connected to a really skilled actor. I'm connected to some skilled actors. No, it cracked me up so bad to see the reactions to it. That tells me how the public would respond if I ever actually did go unsay so, which, to be honest, I don't think that day will ever come. There may come a time that I'll do like experimental ASMR or something as an isolated thing, but I personally like the vibes of what I have right now. I kind of want them to stay the same forever. Anything else would be like an isolated event, maybe for a milestone or something. Yeah, that's personally not for me. No, no shame if it's for you. I hope that you can enjoy our time anyway, but it's more like I don't have the confidence or the comfort to do like the more unsay so content. I have respect for people who can, honestly, mostly because I don't have the confidence to do it myself. So I think that people that can do it and can do it well and can do it confidently, I think they're really, really cool. ASMR doesn't mean to be unsay so. That's true. I really want to try that someday. I kind of want to, like, for maybe a milestone in the future, maybe I could do it for 200k. I'm not the type that thinks about these numbers again, but people love celebrations for these numbers, and I don't want to disappoint you. So maybe for that I could get like a cool fancy microphone and just have a regular chatting stream just where I talk in a slightly quieter voice. I kind of did something like that for my last Pomodoro stream. I wasn't deliberately trying to give ASMR, but my thought was like, okay, if I label this as a typing working stream, people might try to fall asleep to this or relax to this. So whenever I talked, I tried to keep my voice down and I tried not to get too loud in general. So something like that, but maybe with like different mic settings could be cool. April Fool's Day? Nah. April Fool's is my time to clown out. And I don't think it's... I think it's funny if it's the opposite of what you do or if it's like framed in a funny way. Like I think the League ASMR from Sable and Zeal was really funny. But I think just doing the opposite of what I normally do isn't... I don't know. I think I could only make that an April Fool's thing if I was doing it about something funny. Like if I was like reading something ridiculous. Like a really, really, really old piece of text that has no like comedy to it at all. But I honestly, I like April Fool's is my opportunity to just jam pack all of my other ideas into a single stream. Like any idea I have that doesn't really have enough to stand on its own for 2+ hours. That's what that's for. I mean, I didn't do anything on April Fool's. I just napped the whole day. I was planning a chatting stream, but I had to cancel it. Remember? I would actually love to do a reading stream though. That could also be a form of ASMR I could handle. Just like read something public domain. That's the dilemma when it comes to reading things. I should probably, just to be extra safe, I can't read like the B-movie script or anything like that. That would be like a very big and obvious infringement of copyright, I think, right? But something that is like everybody has the rights to it, public domain, that'd probably be fine. Yeah, that'd be nice. Did you know? Ne, steru? Yeah, something like that could be fun. Fanfic? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like fanfic isn't for me. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that I don't like it. I don't particularly like it, but when I say it's not for me, I mean I think it's for you. You know, I don't think I should pry. I don't think it's my business to see that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be respectful of that, especially more recently. People have recognized that I spend some time online, and I don't want people to be nervous to express themselves. So I do my best to avoid things that I think I'm not supposed to see, to be honest with you, especially more and more lately. I hope I don't ever make you like nervous or scared. So I limit my browsing to my tags. I'm very strict about like not ego searching, which I'm not gonna lie, I have such an ego search friendly name, it's insane. So it's taken Herculean effort not to be curious about what people say using my name. I'm trying to limit myself to just my tags, also just for my personal health, honestly. It means I spend less time online. I try to limit myself to what I see on my FYP. And if I see something that I don't think I'm supposed to see, I don't interact with it. I don't like it. With some exceptions. Sometimes I like it before I realize I'm not supposed to have seen it. Other exceptions are just if another liver interacts with it. Because then I'm definitely going to see it. Because I see everything from the livers. I'll say, though, you're still free to use my name anytime you'd like. Honestly, I kind of appreciate the way that it can introduce people to me as well. But if you ever want to be like especially safe, like I've mentioned before, that's what the Oshi mark is for. And it's also kind of popular to censor names with close alternatives. But yeah, I don't want you to ever feel like I'm like digging. I'm not. Here's something I've seen since debut. I'm not secretly one of your oomphs. one of your followers. I'm not Uyuf. I don't have like a secret alt or anything like that. Anything I see is just usually anything that gets big enough to get pushed in my timeline. And I'll try to be respectful of not acknowledging it unless it's really, really funny. Now that's where I can't resist it. If I see it and it's really, really funny, then I can't help myself. It's not my fault that you're the funniest person alive, okay? Like I have to reward it somehow. I have to show that I laughed. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, bajillion bookmarks. I do have a lot of bookmarks. I bookmark a lot of stuff. I have now I have bookmark folders. That's like that's honestly the one reason I'm willing, aside from, there are two reasons I'm willing to pay for Twitter. Because I used to be radically anti-paid Twitter. I pay for it for the check mark because like before we even debuted, there was a big problem with imposter accounts, like impersonating us. So the check marks help people know that it's me. And then the other reason is bookmark folders. Yeah, there's folders on the paid version of Twitter. I'm not advertising Twitter. I'm not advertising paid Twitter. But if you pay for Twitter, you get bookmark folders that you can separate your stuff into. So it's like public, legitimacy, and private utility. I don't use any of the other features. You will never catch me writing a post longer than the default limit. If you ever catch me editing a post, I need you to know that I am down my worst ever. Like down the worst I've ever been. Like down bad. Or I guess down bad has kind of been changed to mean something different now. Because now down bad just means you want somebody really bad, but that's not what it originally meant. Fun trivia. Fun language lesson, actually, if you don't know what that used to mean. Because down bad now means like you want somebody just really, really badly. Like you've got a really big crush on somebody. But originally, the idea of down bad was like you were down on your luck. Like life was hard and rough and difficult enough that you would just accept this person, or you would accept anybody. You know what I mean? That was the original idea. And it would sometimes be used outside of like crushes and stuff. So yeah, when I say it now, I meant it that way. I'm not down bad for default. Well, I guess I am kind of down bad for default Twitter in the current meaning. Yeah, in the old way, that's what it used to mean. Down bad used to just mean like you are struggling so much that you're like, this is your standard. It used to actually be a very mean thing to say, I think. It used to be like oh, like you'll just take anybody, is what that used to mean. Yeah. Fun trivia. Etymology nerd? Yeah, I love etymology. I think etymology is really fun. I love looking into like the etymological tree of some words. Some of them you wouldn't really expect. One that I've talked about before that I think about a lot is octopus. Because specifically because of the plural, right? Half people in this world, half of the English speakers in this world will pluralize, or is it pluralize? Pluralize? How do you say that word? To make plural. They will make octopus plural as octopi. However, how do I phrase this? Changing the suffix from us to I is a Latin thing. You do that in Latin language. You do that in adopted Latin words, right? Is it not? No, it's correct. But it's not correct, if you know what I mean. It's correct in the sense that English is a developed language, or not a developed, yeah, English is a developed language, meaning it wasn't invented in one sitting, and it contradicts itself. It's developed just by the people that speak it every day. It's constantly changing, faster than ever now because of the speed of online communication. Language changes. That's just the nature of most common languages. So that's why it's correct, right? Because so many people say it, it's correct. Just like how GIF for GIF is also correct, even though it's not correct. You know what I mean? Like, it is correct because people say it. If enough people say it, it becomes correct, and that's okay. So it's not wrong for you to say octopi. However, octopus is actually rooted from Greek language. So if you wanted a true, like, representational plural of octopus, it would actually be octopodes. But nobody says octopodes, so that's wrong. So the best thing to say, in my humble opinion, is octopuses. Because it's an English word, it's adopted into English, so you should just pluralize it as an English word with es, octopuses. Nobody says octopodes. Here, let's do a poll. You know I love a poll. What do you think? Hold on. I'm gonna give you emojis to go with it. I like to include emojis because I think it helps for people that like our ESL or ETL, etc. Okay, hold on. Let me do all three. Nobody says octopodes, but I'll give you one so you can be contrarian anyway. Octopodes. Nobody says octopodes. Nobody in this world chooses to say octopodes unless they're turbo annoying. And I say this because I used to say octopodes until I recognized how annoying it made me to say octopodes. Like gray and gray, that one is a different, that one's a different situation. So with gray, like G-R-E-Y, and gray, G-R-A-Y, that's the country thing. It's kind of like color with a U or without a U. A fun mnemonic device to remember gray versus gray is that A stands for America and E stands for everywhere else. Yeah, because like in, I think Canada as well, but like Europe, like England, they'll spell it G-R-E-Y, I'm pretty sure. Whereas America spells it G-R-A-Y. Yeah, fun trivia. It's just a spelling. Wait, is it the other way around? Well, now I'm curious. Did I memorize that wrong? Did my mnemonic device lead me astray? Okay, hold on. Versus gray. Okay, hold on. Two spellings are the same word that can be used interchangeably. Gray with an A is preferred in American English, while gray with an E is preferred by all other English-speaking countries, including Australia, England, Canada, etc. Okay. Yeah, okay. So it's like I said. So the mnemonic device to remember that, but again, both of them are accepted everywhere you go. A for America, E for everywhere else. Because America just had to be different. We had to change everything up. It's pretty interesting though. So it seems that I have some shooters for octopuses. I was expecting it to be majority octopi. So question, have you always said octopuses, or did I convince you just now to say octopuses? Did I sell you on it? Because that's what I think is best, personally. I think octopuses is best. But again, octopi is still correct, because that's what people say. Always did. Convinced? I see. If I can influence even one person to see my way, I personally, it doesn't actually matter to me that much. You can say it however you want. I ham it up sometimes, but I don't want you to think that I want to police people's language. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want you to think that I'm that obsessed. It's just a fun game. Platypuses versus platypi. I've never thought about that one because I've never heard of multiple of them in the same sentence. It's usually, I think there's such a... Okay, hold on. Let's find out. Got my phone in my pocket. I can... Let's see. Yeah, platypuses, right? Yeah, because platypus is also Greek. So similar to octopus, the true Greek plural would be platypides. Maybe. I don't know how to stress that one. Platypides is what I'll say. But that, you know, that any Odis plural is never going to catch on in English. It's just not as natural. English became much more like Romance influenced, like Latin influenced. English is a lot closer to languages like Spanish or Italian than it is to Greek, even though we still have a lot of words from Greek. Yeah, so it's the same as octopus. So you could say platypi, and if a lot of people say that, that's probably just fine. But platypuses is the most grammatically accepted plural form of platypus. Platypuses. Pattern of puss would become pyre pusses. It depends on the language of origin. If it's Latin, then it's usually going to be pi. If it's Greek, it's usually going to be equated to pusses because of English. Yeah. Linguistics can be pretty fun. English especially has a lot to like unravel just because English is a bit... There are a lot of languages like this, especially now. Some of them even influenced by English in the modern world, but English stands out in a lot of ways just because of how influenced it is by other languages. English, in its origin, is honestly just kind of like a fusion of a bunch of adjacent languages. And it ended up sticking as a result. And now it's constantly changing. There's so much nuance that doesn't really get studied or explored properly in modern English even. Yeah. Affix versus effects, that is not like a spelling option compared to the previous ones. That is a grammatical question. It depends on use. They have two different meanings. That one's contextual. Yeah, English can be really confusing. I think it's probably one of the most difficult languages to learn as a second language, just because any rule you learn is going to get contradicted if you speak with like a real person. Like the English that you'll learn in a textbook is already really hard and full of contradictions, and it only ramps up to about 10,000 when you start talking to real people. I feel like I feel so bad sometimes because I've seen a number of people that say that they use me to study English, but I feel like I'm a really bad influence in that case. I feel like I'm prone to a lot of meaningless slang. Some slang that doesn't even make sense to all native English speakers. Crazy how you have smooth jazz at the train station. What smooth jazz? I don't hear anything. Are you feeling okay? I know I'm due to leave, but I'm still gonna, I'll still be calling. I'll still be talking regularly. I'll keep in touch. You don't have to. What's going on? Yeah, it must be the win. Very articulate. I guess that is a benefit I have for English learners. And that I may say weird things, but I do feel like I enunciate properly. I try to take care of that. I used to slur my speech a lot, though. When I was younger, I had a big habit of stuttering, stammering, and slurring my words like crazy. And it's coming back sometimes, more recently for some reason, but as a result, I'm kind of not conscious, because I'm not actively thinking about it at all times, but it's kind of in the back of my mind to be careful about how I articulate my words. And I try to think about what I'm going to say a bit more as I'm saying it, so I don't just give you nothing but word salad and slop. I try my best. Casual lore drop. Yeah, I had a really, especially when I was little, like elementary school little, I had a terrible stutter. I could not get most of my words out. I struggled a lot to like communicate in longer sentences, which sucked because I learned to speak really early. Like I was speaking sentences earlier than I was supposed to. I think a full year younger than I was projected to. I was precocious in a lot of ways as a kid, which sucks because I flopped in a lot of other ways. I guess it was like just the distribution of my skill points. I feel like a lot of people will distribute their skill points as a baby into everything on an average level. I went all in on language acquisition, and then it's like as a result, I got nerfed in the other areas. But yeah, I was speaking full sentences way younger than normal, and I also taught myself to read before I went to school. But you know, then on the other hand, I struggled a lot with like actually using that language to reach other people, and there were some things that I just couldn't do. I couldn't handle some things that like demanded like accurate use of my hands at the time. I was a bit slower on the curve when it came to using my hands properly. Yeah, I taught myself. My youngest brother, number 4, he did the same thing too. Actually, he's a lot like me when it comes to like the way we grew up. Yeah, I ended up getting nerfed. I ended up getting nerfed like crazy elsewhere. Which is easier, Japanese or Spanish? I think Japanese is easier for me to pronounce, but Spanish is easier for me to speak. Specifically because pronunciation-wise, Japanese, the only real nuance you have to learn is pitch accent, which I still do not have. I still do not have good pitch accent. So there are some words that I'll say in an unnatural way, but the phonemic inventory is constant enough that once you master it, you can still pronounce any isolated word correctly. Whereas with Spanish, there's more nuance to the pronunciation. However, the grammar is really simple once you've learned it. And it's really similar to English as well. Like the sentence structure is really similar to English. So when I'm translating in my mind, because I'm not fluent enough in any language to just speak it without translating it first, I have to think about what I'm going to say in English, then I have to translate it to the next language, then I have to say it out loud, which is why I hesitate so much when I speak any other language. With Spanish, I'm able to do it a lot faster because the sentences are structured really closely to English. I'd like to get a lot better at Japanese in particular, though. Especially if I end up moving in the future. I've thought a lot about moving to Japan someday. I'd have a lot of like really cool work opportunities, and I'd be able to see a lot of cool people that live there as well, if I did. I'd do my best. JP learning stream? I'd really like to. I still haven't properly buckled down to practice it, so honestly, if I start working out plans to move, that would be a really good time to buckle down and learn as much survival Japanese as I could have. Because I don't really have enough to like survive on my own right now. When I was in Japan, I relied a lot on Sable and Frio especially, since they're like the most fluent in By the Beat. I wasn't able to do things like order things or like even the simplest transaction of like do you want a bag, daijobu? I was really nervous because I just didn't know enough. So I'd love to properly buckle down and learn like real life use case scenarios of Japanese and master that so that I don't need to depend on people. Because another reason I'd like to move to Japan someday, honestly, is that I'd be able to be totally independent. I'm able to do a lot of things for myself, but I cannot drive a car against my best wishes and despite my best efforts. I just can't drive. I've tried and failed so many times. And so the whole point and the whole big benefit is that living in a pedestrian-friendly city would mean that, you know, I would not need to depend on others like I do on a regular basis. So if I could also master enough language that I don't depend on people for that, that'd be really cool. I'd love to be totally like 1000% self-sufficient. I'm very privileged and very thankful to lean on the friends and family in my life. It means a lot to me that I can do that, and that people like are people that care, that I have people that care about me enough that they're willing to help me when I need it. But I still would like to not need it. You know what I mean? I'd like to be able to help others rather than be helped by others, if that makes sense. True, if I move, I'd be close to the studio as well. I could do more on-site work with any color. That'd be really cool. That'd be a really big benefit as well. Like all the signs are pointing to it. It's just making that jump, you know? I yapped for like 30 minutes about my family earlier. I would not be able to take them with me, realistically. I've never been that far from them for that long. Even just the short week I spent there before, I was getting clingy texts back from my family about when I was coming back, so. But I think it's necessary. It's necessary to peel that Band-Aid off at some point. Especially for this line of work. And I can always come back. I don't know if I'd move forever. Do I have work for today? As I mentioned, the friend that's gonna drive me back to his place, he'll be arriving, I think in an hour. So I need to like usher him in pretty soon. Host him for a bit and give him some food maybe. And then I need to finish packing my bag as well. I also need to make sure I have all my files prepared on my travel set, including the a laptop that I'll be using, so that I can stream and stuff while I'm far away. I need to make sure I've got all of that resolved before I leave, because if there's any file I need to transfer physically or that I need to get off of this PC, it'd be really difficult to do that when I'm not here. Snacks for the trip? I got a bunch of chocolate. I didn't even ask for it. My mom realized that I was gonna go, so she got me this big box of full-size bars. I didn't even know they sold these. I saw the box and I thought it was gonna be one of those where it's full of like the mini size. It's like full-size bars. 4 or 5 of each of them. It's a lot of chocolate. And it's a pretty decent sized box too. So I got a ton of chocolate if I ever need it. But honestly, I expect to just like stop at like fast food joints on the way. This is where I can come in clutch. I have the intention to fight to pay for every meal that I have for the next week, and every meal that everybody else has. That's my hope. Root for me, because I try my best, but even in that scenario, I can be very passive. This is where I have a bit more of a submissive personality in general. If people assert their will and are like very dead set on doing something, even in a situation where it's like helping me or me helping them, I'm very prone in general to giving in to the interests of others. I back down after a while, especially if they're like really insistent. And this guy can be pretty insistent. Like even for the PC, I tried to like send him along money for his services to build it. And he was like, "Don't do this." So I gotta figure out other ways to get the money to like, you know, I have to repay him for his efforts and for his time. So I've decided I'm just gonna buy every meal. That's what I'm gonna do instead. Yeah, I'm gonna race for the bill. Or like it was like, I could kind of go for this thing, like delivery, go for delivery. I order it before he can place it and be like, oh, I've already ordered it. Surprise. That's my strat. Yeah, that'll be my mission, to repay him for his kindness and his efforts. Yeah, or just steal his wallet. That would work too, and just give it back. Just give it back when I leave. That would be theft. Even if it's returned. Don't know if I could get away with that. probably watching as I he really might be, not gonna lie. I shouldn't have announced my plan. Shouldn't have announced my plans. No, I'll get away with it. I'll make it work. Hmm. I'm so excited for the meals too. I've mentioned before, but there really aren't that many places to eat where I live. We have a couple of like the big fast food chains, like the ones that you always hear about in the States, the ones that are across the whole country. We've got those two. There's a third one to finish that trinity, not too far from there. And then we have a family-owned burger restaurant, and we have a family-owned Chinese restaurant, like Chinese American cuisine. And then that's all we have like in the vicinity of my town. To get more, you have to go to like a nearby town. You have to drive like 30 minutes. Then you start to get more options. And even then, it's still just like chains on chains on chains. So I'm really excited to have access to some pretty good food. Favorite food? My favorite is actually the Chinese restaurant nearby. It's not too far from here, and it's where I've gone for my birthday each year. I really love their like actually I like their special, like their house suggestion. It's really good. It's like the choice vegetables and meats. Really yummy. Pictures of food. I'm thinking about it. Probably nothing in a restaurant, just because I don't want to share anything that could reveal the location. But any meals that we take at home, maybe. Maybe I could get pictures of those. I'll think about it. And if I do, honestly, rather than posting them, I'm more likely to like show them on stream. Because I plan to tell you a little bit about my schedule actually while we're here. This next week, right? The 29th through the 5th. Any streams I do, most of them will be like uncertain what I'm gonna do and how much I can do and how long I can go. And there won't be as many as usual. It'll likely be like 3 or 4 streams. But when I return on the 6th, it will be with a finished PC. We figured out the plan. They're not he's not bringing the PC today. He's not bringing the PC today. He is like keeping it where he lives, and he'll bring it back with me when he drives me back home. And so I can set the PC up while I'm there, near like the end of the trip, maybe even near the beginning of the trip. I could just set it up right away and stream with it. But that means that when I come home on the 6th, I should be able to go like right into it. I should be able to go right into it and have like a more booked week. I'm personally planning to stream every day on the week of the 6th. I'm hoping I can. Either every day or almost every day, depending on what the schedule looks like. I did actually set up a tentative schedule for that week already, complete with the graphic, but I don't know yet. It's true, I could test stream it there, but wouldn't it be so climactic to come home, my new PC in tow, and have like a first time stream where I talk about the trip and show maybe like photos of like the foods. Plus that'll also be like the evening after Kaznichi, like my first convention appearance, so I'd have that to talk about as well. Yeah, I should be able to come back and kind of make up for the inactivity the previous week. You can be so dramatic sometimes. You know what I feel like right now with this setting where we are right now? This is what I feel like. You ready? Hold on. It's like this. Wait here. I'll even cut the track. Where is it? Please, don't cry, baby. I'll be back tomorrow. Like, I feel like I'm in an old movie. Like with the transatlantic accent. I want to learn a transatlantic accent. That'd be so cool. Yeah, here, hold on. I can make this even bigger. Hold on. Let me. How can I make this bigger? How can I Hey, don't cry. There's no reason to cry. I know I'll be gone today, but I'll be back again someday. I promise you. and I'll bring back. It's not even transatlantic. It's almost southern. I promise I'll be back someday, and I'll bring you back a bouquet of roses, and all the photos I take on my travels. Like it's giving Wizard of Oz. And you were there, and you were there, and you were there. That's what I feel like right now. Here, let me. Here, I can bring this more over here. Whoa. Here, I can even. How do I do this? This is impromptu. I did not prepare this ahead of time. Where is my? Oh yeah, smart. Okay, here, hold on. Complete edition.
Don't cry, baby. I know I'll be gone today and tomorrow. Honestly, for the next whole week, but I'll be back again soon, I promise. And I promise to write while I'm gone, and I'll think of you every day.
That's what I feel like. That's. Oh my goodness. That's how I feel. That is how I feel. TBH. Like it's like I'm being sent off. You know what I mean? Never to return. Or maybe to return in like 10 billion years. I'm not going to be gone that long. And even when I'm gone, like I said, I'll still be streaming. Remember, I don't need to remember. I won't need to. You're going to be right there. It'll be almost the same as usual, except very different in a lot of ways. I.e. most streams, I might even not even like set up my regular stuff. I might even just do like the black screen. Give you the full travel stream experience. I keep my photo in the wallet. You don't need the photo. I'll be right there. Like I kind of want to do like I'm gonna experiment too. I want to try like a Twitter space. I've never done that before. Like the space on Twitter where it's like a stream without visuals. It's like a phone call. I love a good phone call. I'll always remember to phone. It's like he's still here. Oh, I swear. Well, if that's how you feel, toodaloo. Oh my goodness, so dramatic! I swear. It's like whenever I take a day or two off, but worse. It's like amped up to 100. Because usually whenever I'm gone for a couple of days on Twitter, I sometimes will see like one or two people like, when will he return? I'm hungry. I'm starving. This is like that, but I'm like, it's like even more. I'm gone for longer. But again, I'll still try to stream. Honestly, I may even do it more often than I'm planning, but I'll guarantee you 3 streams. Like if it's really, really, really hard to stream in the end, I'll give you 3 for sure, even if it's really hard. If it's really easy, I'll do more than 3. Might even just do a short gorilla every other day. That could be really cool. Like in between the ones that are guaranteed. Yeah, I'll guarantee 2 streams. I'll guarantee you 2. Or no, not 2, 3. It's not getting lower, I promise. I read the number 2. I read the number 2, I promise. I guarantee 3. 3 for sure. Like if it's really difficult. Or at least I'm aiming for 3. Might do 2. You know, I might just stream once. In fact, why don't I just take the whole week off? No, I'm kidding. You make this game too fun. Oh my goodness. Yeah, why don't I just take the week off? In fact, what if I just delete Twitter too while I'm at it? Just completely unplug for the whole week. Just completely disappear for the whole week. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just joking. You know, I only do this because you give me this reaction. If you stop rewarding me for it, I might just stop doing it. You make it too fun. Yeah, and then when I come back a week later, I'll be like, oh, it's nice to meet you. I'll be like a total stranger. So much time has passed. 1 billion years apart. Be like, hi, who are you? Well, I'm Kaelix. It's nice to meet you. I like video games and music. I'll go through my debut presentation again. Do I still have that? I don't think I do. I think I deleted it already. I'll remake my debut presentation. Yeah, 3.0. Intro 3.0. Did you know they're pumping out intro 3.0s now? I'll be the first one. And then the 4.0 whenever I travel again for work. Lied about long walks on the beach. No, it's a joke. Nobody means it when they say they like long walks on the beach. It's a joke. It's a running joke. That's what people say when they're trying to be charming and funny. Like, I like long walks on the beach, Nintendo games. Makes me think of that lady from Skyrim, from the Dark Brotherhood, who's like, I like long walks on the beach, unicorns, and crocheting. In fact, on one moonlit night, I took a seaside stroll where I discovered a unicorn, which I stabbed in the neck with a crochet needle, or something like that. I don't remember exactly what she said, but it was something like that. Pretty banger line. I do like long walks on the beach. To be fair, I haven't had one since I was a child, but I loved it a lot. Would love another one. In fact, maybe I could like turn this road trip into a beach trip for a minute. Maybe we could like pick a beach and go to it. I don't know, maybe. I don't lie, it's a joke. It's a thing. It's like an obvious joke. Well, I guess it's not obvious to everybody, but to like to a lot of people, everybody knows what I'm talking about. It's a gag. That's not how this game works. I'm supposed to tease you, silly. You're not supposed to tease me. What are you doing? You are like Papa. Funny. Yeah, I'm a fake fan, I guess. I do actually, like, I would really like it, though. I love, I didn't actually get to go to the beach very much. I've only been a couple times. But even, like, in late teens, like in high school, I loved playing in a sandbox. We had the sandbox that none of my siblings would play in because they had kind of aged out of that. Because I feel like sandboxes are kind of cool for you usually until you're, like, 10, maybe. 7. I don't know. Me and my family, we all grew up a little fast, just in general. We were always the type to age out of things quicker than our peers. But even in, like if we lived there still, I'd still be doing it. I love being in the sand. I love sand castles, or like just laying in a sandbox or sitting in a sandbox, burying my feet. It feels good. I love it. So I spent a lot of time in that. That's like that was my closest equivalent to going to the beach. Eat sand? No. My mom wanted to eat sand when she was pregnant with me, though. Fun trivia. Talking about my family some more. Her weird pregnancy craving was sand. She went on a beach trip with family and had to restrain herself from, like, shoveling sand into her mouth. Because being pregnant with me caused her to want sand. I think she had, like, bad pica or something like that. Pregnancy cravings go crazy. They go crazy. It's pretty bananas, the kind of things pregnant people crave. So yeah, if you know any pregnant people, if you have any pregnant people in your life, show them some respect, okay? They're going through it. It's a rough time. It is not a walk in the park to be pregnant. Giving birth is one thing. People talk a lot more about childbirth because that's painful, but like the months leading up to it, oh my goodness, I can't even imagine it. I can kind of imagine it because I've witnessed it quite a few times. Because I was old enough to remember the birth of a couple of my siblings, but I don't know. That's rough. I can't imagine. Yeah, I'm 6'1", by the way. I'm 6'1", by the way. Respect women. I love that gag so much. It's too funny to pass up every opportunity. I'm being for real though. I wasn't trying to lay anything on. I think it's the craziest thing humans can go through. It's relevant. It came up because of sand. I'm just keeping a normal... Why is it that whenever I continue a very normal flow of conversation with you, you have to shame me for the things that I bring up? We're playing the connections game. Do you know about the connection game? It's like I think it's actually originally an acting exercise. The example that I found was like connecting camping and farms. Right? You want to think of a long, convoluted way to get from camping or like from farms to camping. For example, the way to connect farms to camping would be that on a farm, they have cattle. When cattle are decommissioned, they are cooked into steak. Steaks are used to pitch a tent. You sleep in tents when you camp. You see the path? That's what a conversation with me tends to look like, I think. Either that, or it's just like a ton of totally unrelated things. But when I'm trying to connect it, that's what it looks like. Yeah, it's the connections game. Wait, what time is it? Okay. Speaking of connections, I fear our connection is due to be fleeting. In fact, it may already be fleeting. I fear the time is coming. The time is fast approaching. He probably won't be here for a little bit, but I need to make sure that everything is still clean. I spruced up the house a little bit. I need to maybe start on cooking if I want to give him something to eat. I need to make sure I'm ready to host my guest for a bit before I become the guest. So I'm gonna have to depart. Yeah, it's been an hour and a half now. I gotta get things ready. Time flies when you're having fun. I feel like we've only been at this for like 30 minutes. I had a feeling. I was like, wait, what time is it? Luckily, this train station has clocks posted everywhere. It's pretty helpful. So you never miss your train, I guess. I mean, yeah. Oh, you hear that? Oh, the train's coming. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Okay, but thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I would show you my schedule for next week, but it's not approved. I only like made it today. And honestly, even with it approved, I may not post it because every item that I have has question marks on it. So I may just like start a habit of telling you what I'm planning the day before or like the week of, because I still don't know what streaming will feel or look like at my friend's house. If it's really easy, I'll do more of it. If it's tough, I'll do a little bit less. But again, I'm planning for sure 3 streams, aiming for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because I'll be on the road Sunday and Saturday. Like the first Sunday and then the next Saturday. So I'm for sure aiming for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Might do Tuesday or Thursday as Gorilla, depending on circumstances. When it comes to what those streams look like, I may not end up doing Tears of the Kingdom this week, just to like accommodate or like match the energy of where I am. It may just be more chats. They may be short, but they will be there. I don't know what it'll be, but it will be for sure. But fear not, for a week after that, I've already prepared the schedule. It may change a little bit if I am invited to a collab in between, because I'll always rearrange for that because I love collabs. And it will be a while since my last collab by the time that week comes around. But like right out the gate, I plan to stream Sunday evening. Week after, like which week would this be? The week of July 6th through the 12th. Right away, I plan to stream on that Sunday evening. I plan to do Tears of the Kingdom the day after that. I want to have a members only stream, probably play some Animal Crossing. I want to play Minecraft now that I can handle it. And I'm thinking of doing a karaoke stream that week as well. Can't confirm or deny. It'll be a big week. So if this next week is a bit of a drought, I hope that it's not too difficult. I think you can probably survive. You'll make it through. You're very strong. And I'll be having lots of fun. Much needed rest. Much needed grass. I've been struggling to touch grass like I normally like to, so very excited for this this week off. Okay, let me find somebody to send you off to though before I depart and get stuff ready. Start packing my, or I guess finish packing. Started. Okay, who's live? Who can I go to? Let's see. Elira Pandora. Elira Pandora is playing Metaphor Refantasio. Refantasio. I don't know how to pronounce it. Spoiler warning. Oh, maybe it's not a good idea to go because she started a while ago, but nobody else is live that I can redirect to. Maybe I can go anyway. Okay, I'll send you to Elira, but spoiler warning. She might be encountering some serious spoilers for this game. All right, because she started a couple hours ago, so she may be reaching peak spoiler around now. Metaphor Refantasio. If you're interested, I guess be mindful. Oh wait, Aya starts soon. Let me see. Do I have the waiting room yet? Aunts. Oh, that's great. Wait, hold on. Is that today? That is today. That's supposed to be right now. Why isn't it live already? Is she doing okay? Okay. Actually, I'm going to send you to Aya after all. I don't know. I love Elira, but I think I want to avoid redirecting into anything spoiler heavy, just as a general courtesy. I take spoilers seriously. Yeah, okay. I'm going to send you to Aya. Yeah, I'm going to send you to Unk. She's not an Unk. She proved that already, right? I don't know if you saw, but she recently unveiled a Southern Belle outfit. She's like a true Southern Belle. Unveiled like a cowgirl outfit. It's got a lasso and everything. Really, really cute. I actually got to see that a couple of days before it went up, so it was pretty cool. I'm curious about a reveal. I didn't see the reveal stream, so I'll see and check that out. Because she's always very creative with her streams. Big inspiration. Today's stream is just called Haunts. I think it probably relates to the outfit that she's just unveiled, maybe. Maybe there's a horse that goes with it. I don't know what she's doing. I got no clue. Honestly, half the time, I don't think anybody does except for her. Maybe even she doesn't know what she's doing. She's crazy. She's just so inventive and creative like that. She'll probably start very, very soon. So feel free to enjoy that. If you need context in the meantime, maybe go check out the lore for her outfit. Pretty good stuff. All right. I'm going to be on my way now. I feel like the train's going to arrive any minute now. So I'll see you again soon. I'll do my best to keep you posted on my travels. I may not send pictures or anything, but I will I will write about anything that's going on. I'll write things that I think about on the road, things that I do, like meals that I have. I'll talk about it. I'm really excited. I think I'm gonna have crab for the first time in a while. I haven't had crab in like straight up 2 years, maybe 3 years. It's been a minute since I last had proper like real crab. I've had a lot of imitation though. Like sushi, I'd love to have some more sushi. Haven't had that since Japan. Anyway, I'll be back. Whoa. Of course I start having tech issues right at the end. She just had to, no, she was just teasing me. She knows she's about to be replaced, so that was like a goodbye from the PC. Yeah, and also say goodbye to my PC, my grandma PC. She's put in a lot of work over the last several years to help me achieve my dreams. And the time has come that I let her get some much needed rest. Pretty soon I'll be wiping her clean and giving her to a sibling. To only play games offline, low demand video games off stream, which is exactly what she's built for. She can handle that much. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give this one to number 5. All right, goodbye, Granny PC. I will see you again soon. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for always being so nice to me. Thank you for hanging out, etc., etc. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Love forever. Bye bye. Ooh. Oh, that's a train. Ooh.